Hi, I'm Venus O'Hara and welcome to another video. I'm a bit nervous about this video. I wasn't even going to make it. But anyway, someone asked me last week if politics was important when choosing a partner. I've made a couple of videos about does the ideal partner exist and relationship deal breakers. And I think this was a comment in response to relationship deal breakers. And the person said, no mention of politics. And I thought, there's no way I'm going to talk about politics on this channel, but hey, let's do it. I was inspired to actually go ahead with this video because last night I was out with some friends and we were discussing dating apps and dating disasters. And two of the guys there, they told us about dates going really wrong because of incompatible political views, and that's what's inspired me to make this video today. So how important is it to have similar values or politics as your partner? Well, for me, how can I say? Well, for me, I actually studied politics. I was very into it at university. I focused on feminism, and yeah, that was my speciality. And I've only ever voted once. I don't really consider myself to be left or right. I probably started off believing or identifying more with the left, but now I think there's just everything's gone very extreme, and on the left side is like this extreme wokeness, which I don't really agree with. And on the right side, I just think of like people who are maybe bigoted or something like that. So I think I kind of like sit in the middle, and I don't vote, and I've kind of lost faith in political parties. So I don't really see my values or reflected with anyone, and I can't even vote in Spain, which is really annoying because I've been here for 20 years. So even if I wanted to vote, imagine if I wanted to vote, I can't vote in a general election, and I've been out of the UK for so long now that I can't vote there either. So I'm kind of voteless, which is terrible, really. But I really kind of believe more in kind of issue-based politics, which is kind of like, I believe in trying to promote causes that can benefit all of us, no matter what your views are. Yeah, but anyway, I do think that there are some topics that can be very incompatible in dating. And also, once you have a belief about something and you're, let's say, watching a video about it on YouTube, then you can quite easily go down the rabbit hole, and you can, content that's similar to that pops up in your feed, and then you can kind of only see one perspective, and that's the real danger, no matter what the issue may be. And I think it's really important to listen to people who don't share the same opinions that you have about any topic. I think it's really, really, really important. But I've made a little list here. Yeah, so anyway, going back to last night with these two guys, one of them was talking about that he met this girl on this app and it was all going really well. They went for a walk, and then he wanted to go to a bar, and she said, I can't go to a bar because I don't have the COVID passport. So they couldn't go to a bar. And this kind of generated this whole conversation about the vaccine, and she had some quite extreme views, which weren't just about being apprehensive about this quick vaccine. They were a bit more extreme than that. And he was just like, whoa. So he just thought he couldn't kind of be with someone like that who has such extreme views about something. And he was thinking, if she's extreme about that, what else is she extreme about? And it just didn't click. And then the date didn't go any further. Another guy was talking about, he met a radical feminist online, and not just, I mean, I'm a feminist. A lot of people are, well, I believe in equality, of course, but this was like kind of maybe on the kind of man-hating kind of extreme, which is just, I don't believe that is feminism, in my opinion. I think we can, I'm a man lover, so yeah, I don't really identify with that, but I can understand meeting someone like that as a bit kind of like, oh my God, how am I going to approach someone like that? Do I need written consent? So he just didn't feel very comfortable with her, and that was the end of that. So in those cases, of course, then politics or what you believe in or your beliefs or opinions is very important. If you're gonna clash, or if someone is, I think the real key is if someone is so extreme in their views that they're not willing to listen to other perspectives. And anyway, I've written a few things down here about some perspectives. I'm going to write something else down here I've just thought of. Okay, so as you know, if you watch me, I am vegan, and I love eating healthy fruits and vegetables, plant-based diet. I love that. But sometimes in the vegan community, there are some people who are just so angry, and they really want to take an angry approach about to promote this cause, and they want to focus on, let's say, animal cruelty in slaughterhouses. And I have a vegan group here in Barcelona. Well, I'm one of the organisers of an incredible vegan group. And some people come along to our events, which are primarily eating events, and they get very angry because we're not doing activism. And I think, well, I don't have to be angry all the time. I mean, we can do activism by just trying to be a good example and being a glowing vegan. That's what I try to do anyways, just to try and kind of encourage others to eat more fruit and vegetables, and not kind of go down a kind of the negative way of doing it. And also, even though I am a vegan and I do consume a lot of vegan content, I also consume I do watch videos from carnivore influencers and people who've left the vegan movement, and I listen to their arguments and their reasoning behind it. And I just think it's really interesting to open your mind and listen to people who have a very different idea to you. And it can help you kind of like challenge your own ideas sometimes, and you might make you think about something you've never thought about before. And I think that goes with any type of issue here. I think it's very, very, very important. And for me, I don't have a TV, so I don't watch the news and get one perspective on what's happening. I actually go to Twitter, and I know that sounds quite bad, but I'm going to hear me out. I go to Twitter and I see things that are trending, or I might look for certain topics. And then if you do that, you can see different perspectives of that topic from different sources. And that's what I find very interesting. And if you want to kind of go click on a link and listen to one perspective or read it, you can, and then the opposite opinion, you can do the same. So I think it's kind of interesting to listen to those perspectives as well. And then obviously the vaccine is something, the COVID passports, which is something that's really divisive at the moment. And it's just come in Catalonia in the last 10 days or something. And that's quite divisive. And some of my friends who are in spiritual community, or in the spiritual world or the vegan world, they're kind of against it all. And it's just something that I'm not sure how it's going to work out in the future. I think it's going to be very difficult to live without it, and not ever travel again, and to not go to restaurants. I mean, for me, as you know, I was very sick earlier this year, so I'm kind of happy that I have had the vaccine. But I'm vaxxed and ready to climax. I'm just so happy about that, and it's just been great. And I want to travel, and I want to go into bars and restaurants and the gym, of course, which is so important for me personally. I couldn't imagine not going to the gym. But that's a very, very, very hot topic. And other things, God, I'm getting nervous about this because I know that these are things that really kind of spark emotions in people. And here I am in Catalonia, where I've been living for the last 19 years or something. I speak Catalan as well, so I'm quite a rare case of being an English person who speaks Catalan. I used to work on Catalonia radio, but if you're familiar with Catalonia, you might know that there are some people who want to become independent from Spain. There's quite a big separatist movement here and identity, and that's a very hot topic as well. And they use sometimes language is something. Sometimes they try to eliminate the Spanish and stuff. It's it's very it's something that's a very hot topic. And I'd say maybe 10 years ago you could have a lively debate with someone who didn't agree with you about this topic. But then in 2017, it just got very, very, very tense. And there's something that I would not even mention anymore because I just think I don't even want to go there. And that's actually when everything got kind of very tense here. That's when I kind of started to hang around more with international people and enjoy the expat community of Barcelona, and just be with people from all different countries and celebrate our difference, and not be kind of marking those differences like you're that and we're this, that kind of thing. I just think, and also with my spiritual kind of thinking, I just think we're all one, and all these kind of like nationalities are just labels, really. I like to kind of celebrate differences and our similarities as well. So that's a very, very, very hot topic as well. So yeah. But also, I used to write for Pais, which is Spain's biggest newspaper. And I came across this incredible statistic in 2013 that said that many Catalan people actually made love in Spanish and they insulted in Spanish. And I thought, wow, that's so interesting. I found that so interesting. And then I actually wrote an article about it in Pais, and it was so controversial at the time that they had to put the comments under moderation. They had to be approved by a moderator before they could be published. But if that article, I would not even write it now, because it's just like, whoa, it's just too provocative. But I thought it was an interesting concept anyway, that people were maybe demonstrating about independence and all that, then going home and having sex in Spanish. I actually told this to a friend who's Catalan yesterday, and he's like, he totally agreed with me, but some of the comments on that article were saying that, and it was a statistic that I found in another place. So I was like, whoa, I thought that was very strange and interesting and worth writing about, but I would not do it now. No way. Another very divisive topic is Brexit. I mean, I know that was a very hot topic in the UK especially. I don't really have any opinions on it because I wasn't really allowed to vote. I've been away from the UK for a long time and I just don't really care. I mean, because for me, I'm a British person living in Spain, and I'm not going to move from Spain because of Brexit. However, it has made things a little bit more difficult for me. I had to wait maybe 6-7 months until I could get my new papers, which was really annoying because in that time my Spanish ID was going to expire, and I had the bank writing to me saying they're going to block my accounts, and I was like, no. So it was just a real mess. But fortunately now I have my new ID, and my parents are Irish, so I can get an Irish passport. And if I want, I can get a Spanish one as well, because I've been here for a long time. So, I think where there's a will, there's a way. I know some British people had to leave, but that was because they're paying their taxes in the UK and stuff, and they couldn't kind of come here and enjoy the free healthcare, whereas I'm already paying my taxes here for a very, very long time. And and I'm a good taxpayer, so they wouldn't want to get rid of me, I hope. Anyway, so I think you can be with someone who has different views from you, but it depends how extreme they are in those views and if they are willing to listen or not. And I think whatever you believe, listen to the opposite, the opinions from time to time, to try and ground yourself and not be in some echo chamber. Yeah, so what do you think of this provocative topic? I would love to hear your thoughts. And can you be with someone who has different political views from you? What do you think? I would love to read your opinions in the comments below. And if you have any more ideas for videos, please let me know, because I'm trying to do Vlogmas. If you've realized so far, I've been making videos every day. So if you have any more topics for me to discuss, then I would love to discuss them on here. And write to me, venus@venussahara.org, and I will see you very soon.